Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the Business in Abundance interview series. Today I have with me the magnificent Raven Majors of Back Office Bestie. And Raven is a virtual assistant and so much more. And I'm very excited to be interviewing you today, Raven. I know we had a great connection. I'm hoping I can get you for myself, but I'm willing to share you here with the
Fingers
rest with
crossed.
the rest of the world. Girl, I need you. So
I would love to help you. It is a pleasure to be here.
well, thank you for being here today. Let's dive in a little bit. I would love just to start out by having you introduce yourself, anything you want to share, about you, where you live, your family. And then I would love to hear what got you interested or what brought you into this world of being a virtual assistant and anything you want to share about that journey.
Okay, so as Rachel said, my name is Raven, and I am the owner of Back Office Bestie, a virtual assistant company where I support women in business. I take care of things that you no longer want to take care of or you're just not a fan of. I am a wife, I am a mother to two little babies, and a dog. Can't forget about my dog. And yes, I got into virtual assistants when it started with administrative assistants when I was in college. It was my job in college. I worked at a front desk and I enjoyed it. It was kind of boring, it was kind of tedious, but I had fun. And so I put that in my pocket. I got my degree and everything. And years later, I was working for a bank and I ended up having to change roles. And I had hip surgery at 26. And that put me in a situation where I could not stand, I couldn't do certain things. So I had to shift gears. And I was like, okay, well, I like working in an office, I like administrative work. How can I flip this? How can I make this something that I can do while I'm laid up in this bed on this couch? And I found a client on Facebook, and it started off with like little project management tasks and transcription. And from there, I was just able to work with different agencies and hop in and out of different places and really hone in on my skill set and what I like to do. And yeah, that's how I got into virtual assistants.
Amazing. Well, first of all, congratulations for being resourceful when you were like probably in pain and recovering and, dealing with such a major surgery at such a young age. I'm sure that there were a lot of, I guess, challenges and emotions that probably came along with that. So, I'm a big fan of grit and resilience and, seeing the silver lining and all of that, even though it's hard sometimes in
Yeah,
the moment.
yeah, hip surgery was no joke. I can safely say that I was not prepared. I was an athlete in high school, so I've had my fair share of injuries. I had foot surgery before, and hip surgery was a new experience to say the least. So, I remember one time I was sitting on my floor and I had like a little vision board with like post-it notes, and I had my virtual assistant career or business or whatever you want to call it on one of the post-it notes. And I just kept looking at it and I kept thinking like, we can do this. Like we're doing this right now. We just have to scale it up a bit. We can do this. This is attainable. Like it sounds crazy. No one around you does anything like this, but you can do it. It's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I love that. Well, I'm a huge fan of vision boards and the whole process of not just putting it on the board, but believing it, telling yourself that, having that, creating a mantra and then really taking actionable steps to make it happen and holding that vision. And you've done that. You have done just that and scaled up. And, I know that you actually, so my audience, I think is, well, could be anybody on my on my Facebook page, but largely, I'm working with mind, body, spirit, wellness, entrepreneurs, coaches, and then I do a lot in the startup space. And I know that you have had some experience supporting in the past somebody kind of in that realm, and that was maybe a little bit new for you. But I would love to hear kind of what type of support did you provide, and what did you love about working with that person or in that space?
So I provided support for a podcast. It was a woman who did interviews for different people with spiritual talents or um, um, different breakthroughs that people experience. They were specializing in these things. And I would create her newsletters and update them with each guest she was having on. I would send information so that she could prepare for her interview. I would send information to the guests so that they can hop on the call. I would also send the guests their call after it was over. And then we did like an end of the season wrap up and everything. But it was really the most fun part about working with her podcast and her show was reading the backgrounds and information of the different people that she had coming on. So she had people about
Mm.
twin flames. She had people come on about um, um, Celtic astrology. She had people come on. It was just like so many different things, and they were like top tier experts in these areas.
Wow.
So just to read their bios and read the certifications that they had and like all of the experiences that they've been through was really cool and
I
eye-opening.
imagine that really taught you a lot and kind of opened your eyes maybe to some maybe things you had never heard of or experienced before. So how what was that like a positive experience for you?
Definitely.
Some of them like, wow, this is really out there and oh, this is really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, no, it
I
was
love
definitely
that.
like
Well,
that. It
and
was
that's
it was
kind of what
really
I'm
cool, and even listening to some of the old calls was cool too.
the podcast. And I'd love to hear like what are some of the other things that you can help with or provide services for? Because I know there are so many people in the online space. And I personally am like, I need help with video editing to create posts and reels and even things like responding to messages and posts. Like there's quite a variety of things I can think of off the bat. But I would love to hear like what are your favorite things to do? What do you just love doing?
So my favorite things are email management, calendar management, and let's see, it's a tough one for number 3. I would say video editing. Like I really enjoy like sitting down and like getting onto Final Cut Pro and
Mhm.
editing
You have
video.
the good software.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Good investment. Good investment.
Yes, amazing.
um But yeah, I really enjoy like the calendars and like putting things in different categories. I think that's my jam. My jam is making lists and like checking things off and organizing things. Like I love to do that. I love to organize. I love to categorize. I love to color coordinate.
I love that, and there is such a need for that, and it's really interesting because I feel like I'm really good at that for other people, but not for myself. I need someone to come in and help me sometimes because I get so in, like, the creative flow that I'm just, like sometimes it feels like things are all over the place for myself because 'cause I'm just in the flow. So I need
Yeah,
someone else to
everything's all over the
kinda
place.
come in and I need someone else to come in and, like,
And I
reel
love that
me
because
in and say,
someone from the
"Hey,
outside, yeah, they have an outside perspective. So like I love coming in and being like, "Okay, so I see what you're doing. I see where you're going. Let me just contain it for you. Let me just
Yeah,
clean it
so
up a
needed,
bit."
and I know a lot of other entrepreneurs, and I would say even specifically in the healing, transformative mind body wellness space where they are working more with like energy and with people and that really organized way of doing things or that very logical it's not as strong as the
Yeah.
creative and the just kind of going with the flow. So
Yeah.
we need the we need the organization and the structure to really kind of help because I see actually entrepreneurs getting stuck and being so scattered or disorganized that it holds them back from maybe
Absolutely.
getting their offers out there clearly or knowing what to do once they have an email list. Well, they're not
Yeah,
following up.
pieces get left behind. Pieces get left behind. And like that's my thing. Like I as back office bestie, like I want to like make sure that all the pieces are in a row so that you can just go in the box and just execute. Like just check it off and be done. And like let me contain, let me wrangle for you. You continue to be creative, you continue to do the amazing things that you're doing and I'm literally the back office person just behind the scenes like orchestrating and like directing.
But I mean, that is such an important and vital person. And I think people know when they need that because they are becoming more scattered and disorganized or busy. Or I would say, if you're out there watching, be proactive and get yourself a back
Yes.
office bestie before you get to that point so that you feel really in control of your business and you can just focus on those connections. I'd love to hear, Raven, what are some of the ways that people can work with you? How do you work? And, is it by hour, by task? Explain to us a little bit how that works.
So yes, I work on an hourly basis. We can do project basis as well, but typically it's an hourly basis. And we pay every week or we do a monthly retainer. And most of my work gets done on Mondays and Tuesdays. So that's when like we can have meetings, we can, have detailed, extensive phone conversations. And then throughout the rest of the week, Wednesday through Saturday, I squeeze in work around being a full-time stay-at-home mom. So in the early hours of the morning is when I get most of my work done throughout the rest of the week. But Monday through Tuesday, I can literally be working from 6 a.m. to 7, 8.
Is that because you have less distractions with the kiddos on Monday
Yes,
and Tuesday?
yes, yes, yes,
Well, as
and
as a single mom who's always worked and gone to school for the most part since raising my kids, I totally understand how it is to work around. And what a beautiful thing that now, we're able to have these jobs that we can do from home and be
yes.
flexible and work when it works for us, and that a lot of other people are doing the same. And I also feel like this is a whole nother topic, but there's a lot more understanding, I think, of mothers now in the workforce and working from home and balancing having families and children.
That Yes, that's something that's why, like, personally, working with women is important to me because I really value empathy and understanding. I understand that, it's Tuesday, we had this meeting planned for a week and all of a sudden your baby doesn't feel good. Or I understand that, you had appointments and the appointments ran long and we have to reschedule some things, or you can't get to this because something's happening with the family dynamic. I get that. I get that. And people don't give women and mothers credit enough
For
for
how
all
hard.
of the things that are
Yes.
being juggled and running through your brain. So not only are you thinking about running a business, you're running a house, you're running little people, so many things, and that's how things can get, slip through the cracks and get missed. And then next thing you know, you're being held back in your business when it's like, wait, I was just doing good. I was doing all the things. Yeah.
Yes. So, one, it's so important, I think, to have that two-way street of empathy and understanding, and especially in business. Business is always changing. Day to day can be different. Whatever's going on in our life is different from each, day to day. And also, I think for moms out there to consider having this type of support just to be able to stay on track. And, if something is thrown at you and you're not able to complete a project or something, you can add that to the list and say, hey, like, I really need some help with this. Or, what kind of support can you give me with this project that I'm working on? Or, maybe you have that perspective that that person doesn't have. I know I'm somebody somebody who always is like, I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah.
No one can do it as good as me.
Yeah,
And then
that's hard.
it ends up just like piling on. So something I've really worked at, through my executive.
Delegation is hard.
It's hard. It is so hard,
Delegation is
and I'm
hard.
getting better, and now, I've had to learn a lot. It's really interesting, but I think being a mom, you have to learn how to accept that help sometimes, and people saying, "Okay, no, let me take the baby for you so you can
Yeah.
take a
Yeah.
nap," or
"No, let
whatever
me do
it might.
this. It's okay, like, it'll be fine. It might not be exactly how you would do
So
it, but"
having a back office bestie is self-care, ladies.
Yes, you deserve.
Tell me
You deserve.
about who is, like, your ideal client or your soul client to work with?
My ideal client is someone who is passionate about changing people's lives through health and wellness. So, whether that be a physician that is trying to be a leader in their field, they are changing people's lives through health and wellness. Whether that is a spiritual mind body entrepreneur who's helping women, get on track with their business and change their mindset because mindset is really, really important. And so many of us have been raised in the wrong mindset. So if that is what you're doing and you're changing lives that way, I want to help you. You're scaling your business, you're overwhelmed, I want to help you. You don't have a good work life balance because of business and kids and being a wife and taking care of your family. I want to help you. I want to help you balance your business and your personal. I want to help you have the best business that you can. I want to give you back time to focus on whatever it is you feel that you need to focus on, whether it's family, whether it's business, whether it's yourself. Sneak you in there a bit. I
Yes.
want to help you with that. My ideal client is transitioning. She's passionate. She is busy.
Well, you are so clear in how you serve, and I love this because there's a lot of VAs out there and there's a lot of agencies and there's only one Raven. And I think the passion and the purpose behind what you do and how you genuinely it really comes out so strong that you genuinely and authentically believe in helping others and in transforming lives. And I know in our previous conversation, I think part of that passion, which I have also, comes from having, didn't you have a background in, is a science and a health background that you actually went to
Yes.
school for? Right?
Yes, yes, yes. I have a bachelor's in biomedical science and a master's in biology. Yeah, I got a lot of science.
Which is amazing, and, I love I'm a total science nerd under it all. I was raised that way. I was also a biology major, before I went into, the healing arts and working with the body as a massage therapist and some of the other ways. But, I love that that's, part of your background, and I think there are so many people now in this online space that are taking their health or their wellness practice, and they're bringing it online, and they're doing one-on-one sessions online, or they're offering programs
Yeah.
or courses. And now that the way that the world is, people can really receive that care, whether it's, like you said, mindset and even mental health, or it's spiritual, or it's physical. There are people completely transforming their bodies and their
Yes.
health by working with
Yes.
people online. So I love that that's part of your background. I'm going to go ahead and put up, let's see, I'm going to share some of your links here in the chat. So that should show Raven's website that has information on how to contact her. She is actually offering a special offer to anybody who is a viewer or stumbles across this interview. Do you want to
Yes.
tell us a little bit about that particular offer?
So, for business and abundance people, anyone who comes to me through this interview, through Rachel, anything like that, there is a special deal where you get 5 hours a week for the monthly retainer of $750. Um, so, those 5 hours can include anything, whatever your business needs, which we would discuss when we start working together. So, we have in order to start our relationship, our working relationship, we would have a discovery call where I would talk to you and figure out what exactly your business needs and how I can support you. If that is life like personal life and business support, that is okay. You know, we will discuss that. That can be arranged. And after the call, I would send you a proposal detailing the things that we discussed just to clarify, like, hey, we're going to work on this, this, and this, correct? And after you're like, yes, this is exactly what I said, this is exactly what I need, at that point, we would sign our contract and I would be your back office bestie. From there, you can call me, you can text me. We have weekly calls where we go over new tasks, we update on previous tasks, and then I also send out weekly reports to let you know, hey, this is what I did this week. Is there anything you want to continue with, or is there anything that you want me to stop on, go back to, etc.? And that would be our relationship. We would be hanging out. I'd be your bestie.
Amazing. I love it. And I love that you provide reports and a lot of communication and check-ins. And I love that. I think that's so important. Here is a QR code. If you point your camera here, this will take you right to a page that shares all of Raven's offers and ways to work with her. So please check it out. Check her out. I am going to nab her up for myself one of these days for some hours, but and I don't know what your availability is, but I'm sure she's available. You guys, she's absolutely a diamond. Like I said, I've encountered other VAs and agencies. I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs and coaches who have VAs, and she's like top tier top tier.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. Thank
absolutely,
you.
it's the truth.
Thank you.
Passionate about what she does, really supportive, great with communication. So I just really recommend you reach out to her if you're interested in getting to know her a little bit more. I have another QR code here. This will take you to more information about Raven. You can reach out to her, let her know you caught the interview. You'd love to just open up a conversation, have that discovery call, and see if there are some ways that she can
Yeah.
support your business. Because I know many of you out there, like me, are doing too much, are overwhelmed, have incredible offers and programs, but maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed and disorganized with everything you have going on.
Just
So,
need a little additional support. Just a little.
yeah, it can make such a
Just a
difference. Oh my
little additional support.
When I first had my twins, I had a mommy's helper. Literally just to like come help me fold clothes, do dishes and things. And I'm telling you, just that simple thing of having somebody come and help. So it could even be taking one task off your plate. You know, maybe it's some video editing, maybe it's keeping up with your calendar or following up on email, or it could just be this one thing that makes a huge difference in your day, in your life, opens things up for you. So, really, really encourage you guys to check out Raven. And yeah, I think that's everything. Raven, do you have any final thoughts that you would want to share with the crowd?
Um, I think the only thing that I want to share, which is something that I actually got off TikTok, is this affirmation, I guess you would say, that I've been saying. And it's that things are always working out in my favor. Like
Yes.
always.
I love
Always.
that one. I love that one. Yes, they are. Everybody go out and say that. Focus on those things that those goals you are reaching for, those dreams, and shout it out from the rooftops. Everything is working out in my favor. And you know what? If you need a little extra help, go to Raven. Ask for help. That is something I have to remind
Ask
myself
for
all the
help.
time. I have to remember it's okay to ask for help.
It
It's
is
okay to ask for help.
okay
It's not only okay,
because you deserve to have that little bit of a break.
100%. Well, thank you so much for being here with me today, Raven. It's so great to see
Thank you
your
for
face,
having
and
me.
I will be hiring you very soon because I
All
needed you
right.
yesterday, but yes, you are the best.
Thank you so much. This has been great.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Reach out if you have any questions. Bye bye for now.
Bye.